Okay, finally finished the shotgun. So this is the Mossberg 590A1. I put the pistol grip on it with the adjustable stock. This is the ATI stock and pistol grip. And then this is the Savage Arms or Stevens grip that I had to modify. That's going to be part 2 because the video is kind of lengthy. And I'll put the times that I'm doing certain things in the description so you can navigate right to it if you already know how to do this, do the stock and whatnot. But so I just want to let you know, with this pistol grip, there's 3 bad things. So see this little button here? When you need to push it in to pump it, it's hard to get to because you're like this. You can't really get to it with your thumb or your. So you have to kind of like do that. The safety. Now that you have the pistol grip, it's usually like this with the other grip, so it's easy. But now you can't really get to it. And then to take the shotgun down to clean it, you need to take off the pistol grip and the stock. So 3 things that aren't great, but I can deal with them because this is really fun to shoot now. I was at the range yesterday, and this is really nice. So yeah, this feels so much better than what it was. What it was the stock was pretty much this long, and then the grip was way out here. So it kind of, you had to like reach way the hell out to shoot this thing, which I didn't like. So so why don't I take it down and show you some of the main points, give you an overview, and then I will put the stock on and show you some tips and whatnot, and some of the hardware. I had to get some new hardware that worked better with than what they gave me. So so you can stay tuned for that. Okay, here is the grip. First off, I had to modify this part here to get these bars to fit in there. So I pretty much just filed it in there, used a file and just cut out material. So now this thing it can't twist like this because I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, right there. Right there, it's stuck in there on both sides. So so I wanted to get this part back as far as I could for the grip because I like a nice close grip. But this nut was way out here. The nut should be over here with the other grip. So I was in the part 2 video, I'm talking about this assembly in here, taking out about like 3 inches of it and then welding it back so that this would be over here. But I came up with an idea of just putting a spacer in here, but getting a spacer is really hard for the dimensions I needed, and I had an idea of taking a Bissell extension, like the little tube from a vacuum, and it worked almost perfectly. But when this was coming back, it was starting to rub on the barrel. The barrel's tapered, so when it comes back, this was hitting on the bottom of the barrel. So I had to do a little cutout there. It's kind of silly, but it looks okay. See, when the barrel's completely assembled. So this spacer works actually pretty good. So, but yeah, from a Bissell vacuum cleaner. So it's crazy that actually worked. But then this part, this was also hitting the underside of the barrel, and on the 590A1, those have the thicker barrels, so it was a really big problem. It was getting stuck when this was coming back. It was getting stuck, so I had to grind down this area and grind down this area. As you can see, it's shiny. But that's pretty much all I had to do. Didn't take too long, but I really like it. So so why don't we get to the pistol grip now? Okay, so I'm going to start with the stock here. You get these 2 little pieces, and they clamp into this hole here. You got to first put these little nuts into these pockets, which I did not do on the first try. And I was wondering why the screws wouldn't go in. So they do this a few times where they have these little pockets with the nuts. So put those in, and then and put these in their respective spots like that. And then this one comes around here. It's going to look like that. Then you put the screw into there. This guy. There you go. Now we are going to put the cheek guard on. So that's just slides down, and you can do it at whatever setting you want. If you want a little higher, but I found all the way down is fine. So put these little guys in. These little button heads go in there. Okay, there you go. Just like that. Like that. So once again, these got screwed into those little nuts that we put into the pockets. So this pretty much takes care of the stock. Now grab the rest of the shotgun with the barrel and all that, and the trigger assembly. And okay, so here they give you a bunch of adapters, which, well, actually I'm not even going to take this apart, but this is the adapter right here. You can see it's pretty thin. So this is the one for the Mossberg. So you put that on, and you put a little screw in there like that. This thing, it's to take up the little space, and you put this on like this, just to take up that little bit of space right in there. So when you put that on, they'll give you I think it's a little white thing, a little white strip. So you take one side off, and you put the adhesive part down there, and then you take the other strip off. I think it's a white and yellow strip, and then it'll leave a little bit of adhesive in there. So then you just put that on there. Now this is this part. This is the hardware that works for me. Okay, so the hardware to put this thing on. So I was having trouble with the screws that they gave me. It was like they're too long or something, or I don't know. Something got misthreaded in here or something. I don't know what happened, but it like started stripping, and it wouldn't go all the way down in. And I couldn't get the hardware that they gave me. So the size, you get the same type of bolt, but this is inch. Let me see. This is going to be about 1.25 inches. I don't know if it says what the threads are on here, but just make sure you get the same threads as that one, but this one is 1.25 inches, 1 1/8 to 1 1/4 inches. So this one works well for me. And then I got this tiny little lock washer. This didn't come with them, but this lock washer works good because it fits down into that little, where is it? Fits down into that little compartment, and the head of this has to be below here, and it goes just far enough in. Well, that goes a little farther, but it goes far enough in to get the amount of threads you need, and not too far. That's when I went too far, it started screwing the threads up or something. It wouldn't go in. So that's what I used. So why don't we put that on? And again, you got to have that Mossberg adapter. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty good. As you can see, the bolt is down there, and it's got to be flush or under that little shelf thing right there. Because now this guy's got to come in, and it can't be hitting that bolt, so it's got to be under that little ridge. So, okay, so let's put this in. This is the stock. Oh, and here's another spot. You got to put a nut in there. It's the square one, shiny silver. and then they can see it there. So you want to push it in far enough so that you can get the screw in there. Okay, just like that. Okay, so we will put that in there, like so. And so I had to make this huge contraption because it doesn't, in this spot right here, it doesn't want to do a, one of these short ones because this is in the way. That's it for that. That's in there. Then you take this guy, slide it up here, and you take another little button head that's just got those cross, I think they're Phillips cross head, and then okay, and well, that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. The hard part is about the hardware. The hardware they gave me was, I don't know, it just, when it went too far in, it started messing the threads up. So you can't go wrong with that 1.25 inch. Just get the same bolt but 1.25 inch. You can't go wrong with that. That works great. Anything else that I missed? I think that's about it. So why don't I go on to the part 2 video and show you all like the inner workings of this guy. So that's it. This is the ATI pistol grip and stock assembly.